Welcome back to another episode of Hello Ladies, where feminism meets pro wrestling. We are your hostesses with the mostesses. I am Sabrina,
And I'm MJ.
and you may or may not know this, but there's some PLEs, pay-per-views happening this weekend, and we're gonna chat about that. But if you would like to keep up with us in general, you can, well, you should like, subscribe, comment, share, all that jazz, and then follow us, social medias, all of that. We have a
All
link.
that jazz.
Yeah. Oh, Tony Storm had all that jazz stuck in my head for like 2 days.
You even are wearing a Tony Storm shirt.
Yeah, maybe that's why, honestly, like it was like put in there from that not, it wasn't a meme or a gif, a video. There we go. It was a reel.
Mm-hmm. God, she's so good.
So good. So good.
But
Um
we'll talk about Tony Storm in a minute. We're gonna start with WWE.
yep, King and Queen of the Ring is this weekend, and since it's happening Saturday, we're covering it first, so no one can claim favoritism on our part.
Yeah, we're going by the calendar solely.
Yes. Yes. So
No tribalism.
no tribalism here. That's right. All right, so let's start off, I guess, with the King and Queen of the Ring. Now we
I mean,
don't yet know who the second person will be in each of those matches, but so
yep.
we get to do double predictions, who will be in that match and then who will win overall.
I was actually a little bit shocked that it's Bianca and oh my gosh, from NXT,
Naya?
I can't think of Laya Valkyria. I always forget how to say her name.
Yeah, Lila is definitely in it, and then it's either going to be Bianca or Nia Jax.
Oh, we're still okay, so Bianca's who we're still determining. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah. Which, so, since you brought up that match, I think it's going to be Nia that wins between her and Bianca, and then
Mm.
goes on to, um, I think she's winning Queen of the Ring this year.
Really? Okay. I think it's gonna be Bianca. I don't know. I don't feel good about any of my predictions I'm about to make on this show. I'm gonna start I'm gonna set the tone right there.
I feel like I do for all of these predictions, which is I think I'll be about 50-50.
Yeah, and honestly, some of the comments online were very split for this one. Like where people are like, is it gonna be Nia? Is it gonna be Bianca? I feel like size wise, I feel like that's why I'm going like Bianca because I feel like she's a closer build to the other competitor essentially, whereas I feel like Nia's just I mean, she essentially is bigger than everybody in general, but I don't know. That's kind of what I'm basing it off of, but that might not mean much. Like, also, do we think that this could be like a squash match essentially?
I don't think
You
it's
don't
gonna
think
be a
so?
squash. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, because like clearly, no matter who Lila is going up, she is getting a push. Like she has been getting screen time. She has been getting, I mean, clearly this, she just got brought up and she's going to be on a pay-per-view.
She's getting a huge push. I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Like, didn't what was it her and Zoe Stark that faced off and then she came out on top?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Zoe was gonna make it further, to be honest. That really shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah, same. Same. Um, but yeah, I think, yeah,
But you
my
know what? Sorry, in hindsight, I'm thinking I think that Shayna and Zoe are going to be the ones to take the tag titles eventually. So I think that's probably why, honestly.
yeah, I think Jade and Bianca are gonna hang on to them for a bit. Um,
Same.
Triple H, I think, is doing a nice job though of building the women's tag division because there's a couple of tag teams now that seem like legitimate competitors.
Yes.
And yeah, so I'm excited for that, but I do think the next ones will be Shayna and Zoe. Um, I think people just like are loving them more and more, es-
Yeah.
especially like their social media presence. It's just, I love
Hilarious.
it. Yeah.
It is really
Shayna's like
good.
grumpy cat of the women's division.
She is. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? Maybe I didn't see all of Raw either, but what do you think is gonna happen with Sonya Deville and Zoe and Shayna Baszler, all this thing? I feel like I don't know. I'm really curious to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. But
Hmm.
I'm thrilled that she's back. I'm a big Sonya Deville fan, so
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
I sometimes will sing the Cruella Deville song to but put her name in there to
Sonya
add some chatting.
Deville. Yeah, yeah.
Sonya Deville. Yeah, after
Like
she's been on
spirit
stage.
fingers as your
Mhm.
little jazz fingers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So, I don't know if my pets are excited she's back for that reason, but maybe they are.
Freddie's just looking up at me on my lap right now, like that he like just staring at me like with his look of love right now.
No.
It's adorable. Now I feel like I can't stop petting him.
He was like, ah, yes, my plan is working.
Guilt.
For the men's King of the Ring, we have for certain Gunther versus either Randy Orton or Tama Tonga.
God, that's crazy.
That
Um,
hurt my throat, by the way, doing that.
I think it's gonna be Gunta.
Gunta, yeah. Um, I think I think it might be Randy Orton going to the finals of. So if Randy Orton makes it to Orton versus Gunther, I think Orton will take it simply because that's like the last like crowning
Thing he
achievement that,
hasn't done.
yeah.
Mm,
However, if it turns out to be Tama Tonga versus Gunther, I think Gunther is getting it.
that's fair. Yeah, I actually really like that. I like that appraisal.
Can you imagine though if Tama Tonga
He
wins
wins.
and he just does that?
I love how that's taken over the internet this week.
Yeah, that's the only reason why like and they're like, you know what, we're gonna put the crown on him and he's gonna be the Tasmanian devil of the King of the Ring.
Did you see the video someone made that was like, um, me in the subway in New York at like 3 a.m. and then the other guy, and it's like
No, but I did see the one where he was like, me when I eat my ramen too fast or like my food or like when it's too hot. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly it. Like it was perfect how he acted. I was like, with
That's
like
so
a hot
fucking
noodle
funny.
hanging out of his mouth.
Okay, now I kind of want ramen after this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, ah, yes, burning my mouth. Sign me up.
Hmm. I'm the worst with that. Like I know I need to let my food cool down, then I'm just like, or inhale it anyway and just enjoy your food less and burn your mouth.
Oh yeah. I've been
I
there.
don't learn.
No, no. I have very little faith in myself before modern medicine. Like I don't think I would have survived long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the burning my mouth on food alone.
I
Like
just think
I'm
about how many times I've put my hand on a hot stove. My mom's like, "Don't do that." Like as a kid, and I feel like I did it so many fucking times. Sorry. Oh shit. Oh, like I'm just so clumsy.
oh, jeez. I did stick my finger in an electrical socket as a kid, but to be fair, my mother told me to do it because I kept asking her like, "What is it?" And when my mom was like, "Oh, well, you won't understand what it is," so she just said, "Don't touch it." And then I'd say, "Why?" And she's like, "Because I just don't touch it." And so she finally got tired of me asking her, and she said, "Well, then just stick your finger in it." And before she could stop me, I stuck my finger right in it.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Mm-hmm. She was like, "I didn't think you'd be that quick."
Fuck around and find out.
Mhm. Mom said I could. Oof.
That's so funny. My so I always as a kid, my mom used to eat like this giant bag of chocolate chips from Costco, and she was like, my mom is very observant, and so anytime I would take like a little tiniest bit of chocolate chips out, she would notice, right? And so I was like, well, I don't want to get yelled at for stealing all these chocolate chips, so I got to find like a different path to get like my sugar fix in. And so I decided to take my mom's can of like the Hershey's like cocoa powder. Yeah. Yeah, I learned my lesson that way. I was like, it is not the same.
Not the same at all. Oh, I imagine like you putting it in your mouth and all of a sudden and the cloud coming out.
Totally. And I think that like I kind of looked away because my little brother was with me and I wanted him to try it too. I was like, I'm not going to be the only one experiencing this alone. So Jake got roped into it too.
See, that's good big sister behavior right there.
That's right, you know? Gotta
Yeah.
set the tone.
Gotta have something to talk about as adults.
That's right.
All right. So Becky versus Liv for the women's championship. Who you got?
I think Becky's retaining.
This is one I couldn't like decide on.
Hmm.
Um, and I still can't decide.
I could see it going both ways, but yeah, I think it'll go to Becky. But it's funny because I feel like when I looked at this card, I didn't see like a lot of upsets either. It felt like everything kind of felt standard to me. Like I know we haven't gotten to the triple threat match for the IC belt, but for me, it's going to be Sammy retaining
Hmm.
on that one. So I kind of feel that same way with this one, where I feel like it's going to be like a lot of retaining titles.
I mean, it very well could be, especially since like we're gonna be crowning two like a king and a queen of the ring. So
Those crowns are cute, by the way.
they so much better than like they have been in the past.
Hmm.
Um yeah, I think just so we have a difference in our predictions, I'll go with Liv.
Cool. Sounds good.
Because Sammy versus Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable. Um, I'm also going to go with Sammy. I thought about maybe Chad, thought about it, but I feel like Alpha Academy is crumbling, and I think that's where that's going to go.
I agree. Yeah.
And no offense to Bronson Reed, but he is just the extra body in the match.
I thought it was pretty dope that he's getting a little bit of a push still, though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh,
piece is nice. And he just had a baby,
baby,
you know, not that long
baby.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Bebe, bebe.
Yeah, now
Trying to
he's
do a trying to do a Moira Rose. It didn't work out for me.
no. Yeah. I envy those people that can do a spot on Moira Rose impression. I'm not one of
Yep,
them.
totally. Yep, same.
Um, and then of course Cody versus Logan Paul.
This is belt for belt, isn't it?
So that's what they said initially, but I haven't seen anything since that. Like they haven't talked about that because like yeah, when it was announced, I was there live. They said that it would be belt versus belt, but when they did the title signing, they weren't talking about that at all. So I don't, or the match signing thing, they weren't talking about that. So I don't know now.
Is WWE trying to gaslight us right now? It never happened.
Hmm. So either way, I think Cody is walking away with that.
Agreed, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't think Triple H wants to torpedo himself this early.
Mm-mm. I don't think so either. I don't foresee it happening before at least Survivor Series.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna have a nice, especially like with all the merch he's moving right now. Like Cody is the first wrestler ever to get into the top sellers of Fanatics, like that
Oh,
brand.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like one of the
That's
top
dope.
5, top 10 sellers right now, or I think ever. Like, so along with now you'll see Michael Jordan's name and Cody Rhodes.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. And like just I don't foresee them being like, yeah, let's cut off this PR and money train.
Totally. Yeah. No. Shout out to The Rock for that too. He really boosted Cody up. I mean, Cody was always hot, but like he really like reinvigorated that spark and got all of us Cody crybabies wanting more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are we ready for the Double or Nothing card? What we have of it so far?
Yeah. Wow, that was such a small card. I mean, in comparison to this one.
Oh yeah. And especially since we know like there's almost certainly going to be more. Because looking at the
Yeah.
matches, like I don't also the fact that they're saying that it's a triple main event, I was like, shut the fuck up. It is there's one main event. Let's stop patronizing us.
Yeah. I don't know.
This whole card is a main event.
I know. I know. A third of the card is the main event.
Yeah. Like right now, it's almost half. They're saying half this card is a main event.
Damn.
That's what they're saying right now.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how much better this Double or Nothing card is than last year's? Holy shit.
Yeah, I think moving Forbidden Door to after Double or Nothing, good call.
No, it's always been after, but they just they did the planning in a stupid way to where they were already building for Forbidden Door
It
last
was
year,
All
but
In, right? It was Forbidden Door and All In that were back to back.
All In and All Out are back to back by a
Oh,
week, which they still are this week, which is seems silly. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't criticize because the fucking show at All Out was amazing, and people were really. I'll still never forget walking out of Starcast, and I was filming a video with everybody, and I was like, and now we're going over to Double or Nothing, and we were all like, woo! And then like some dude in the background is like, yeah, you and your four friends are really gonna enjoy the show, like all four of you that are there, and I was like, listen, dickhead. And then it was like a badass show. So the first thing I thought about was that guy. And I was like, it was a good show. Good looking out, asshole.
mm-hmm. God. There's I don't know why people feel the need to shit on things other people are excited for.
I know. It's also like so telling of the wrestling community too, you know? And it wasn't even like so like I was like, this isn't even online and this is happening. This is like in person. Somebody feels the need to just like he's got like that audacity and just still like run his mouth. I'm like, you are too unchecked in the comments of all these videos, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. But I think that's why it's so much better because they haven't even announced really anything for Forbidden Door, I don't think, not even a single match. And so they're doing it right this time, where they're like I felt like I was so mad. I was like, there's so many matches I looked forward to for Forbidden Door that were built up, and then now it's like the opposite, where it's like, okay, we're doing this the right way, we're going in the right order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, for the card that we have as of we're taping this on Wednesday before Dynamite. So
Mm-hmm.
taping. What? Uh showing my age on that one. Uh
This isn't a live taping, just for us.
mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna go with their graphic in the order they have. So we have Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta, which is a match I'm
Yes.
very much so looking forward to. Who do you
Mhm.
have as your winner chicken dinner?
For transparency, Sabrina and I talked about this before, and this is one that I'm really torn on because I could see it going either way. Where I feel like Orange is like this old standby in AEW where everybody loves him, right? No matter what. But Trent is really trying to carve out a space for himself in the singles division. And so I think it's going to be Trent.
Well, even with my rule of I don't bet against Orange Cassidy, I am not betting against him. I'm going with Orange Cassidy. And the reason I think he is going to win is Trent Beretta has been like he's done too much at this point. Like the stuff with like Chuck Taylor and like all the antagonizing and beating on Orange Cassidy, like he has to like win at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just hoping that it's not he wins by going heel and joining Don Callis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Don Callis keeps coming out and getting Orange Cassidy and like calming him down and da 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 and like I would love for Danhausen to come back during this pay-per-view, and I think this would be a good time for him to do that.
I know. I was actually just gonna look and see if he's booked this weekend anywhere
Mm.
for shows because I'm curious if he's doing any indies this weekend.
In Vegas, perhaps?
I don't think so. I gotta look. I would love that. I'm hoping for that. I think we're gonna see a lot of. I think we're gonna see a couple of good surprises.
I mean, that with especially this being one of the larger pay-per-views that they do, like Tony Khan's known to like show up and show out on these, which, you know, if you're having a $50 pay-per-view in these economic times, I like that's why I'm glad he kind of overbooks sometimes the card.
Yeah.
Um and that like it's always a good show.
Yep.
The larger ones. I think there have been some like small like I don't even remember now. Nah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I've ever been like upset at one of the shows. I've definitely been like this was too long, but
Yeah. It's Double or Nothing was my first AEW pay-per-view last year that I ever went to, and in my opinion, it's like the worst AEW pay-per-view in history, which is saying a lot because I feel like AEW has banger after banger pay-per-views. So I was expecting a lot, and I went to the show and I was like, damn, it's the first AEW pay-per-view I go to. And it's like, I don't know, we had like Adam Cole and Jericho. We had so many just weird moments and matches. And then I knew Hayter was injured. I didn't want to see her lose the title, but
mhm,
I knew that she had to turn it over. And so I hated how short that match was because her title run, it
yeah.
it just felt like it was just cut so short. It was so good. I don't know. I wanted to see more, I should say.
Mm.
But I'm hoping that Tony like learns from losing Hater because there's so much love for her that she she should have gotten more attention than she did when she
Mhm.
was doing her title run. She should have been able to defend more. She should have gotten more TV time. It was just, yeah, it wasn't fair. I wanted more Hater on my screen.
Yeah. Yeah, she really got the shit end of the stick.
Hmm. And she was so over, so over. She still is.
Absolutely. So we have John Moxley versus Takeshita in the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. So
Wait, should I pull a Sabrina and should I do a Takesh to have my baby sign?
you should. You should.
Oh my God. MGM Grand has a size restriction on signs. It's like the biggest it can be is like 11 by 17 or something like that. I had to look.
Oh, you talking about signs just like unlocked something in my brain. So earlier I took a nap and because I did not sleep well last night, shocker. But I had a dream that we were going to a pay-per-view and um there was I don't know, there was I made a sign, but it was really small and just covered in glitter to the point where they were like, "Oh, we have to check your sign." When they pulled it out, just glitter dumped everywhere.
That is funny. Do you think that they're gonna confiscate my sign if I do gay for Mariah May? Because I said no indecent signs or something like that in the on the website. I don't know, it's such a gray area.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like that's indecent,
Yeah.
especially for Las Vegas.
I think I'm gonna make it and then see. Like prep myself for the fact that it could be taken so I won't be pissed if it happens.
You could do two signs and have a backup.
Oh, if I do. Well, only thing that sucks is the size restrictions. Maybe I'm just a wordy bitch. I just want to say so much on one sign, so it'll be like this big.
Hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see. It's just I know I understand. Like I've watched like different matches and things at that arena, like on TV, and how like it's narrow and stuff. So I kind of see why. I think there was just a boxing match I watched that was in that arena, and so sorry, my son's being a goofball. And so I see why it's a smaller size restriction because everything kind of seems closer together. That's kind of what it looked like.
scene.
So I'm gonna make real close friends, I think, at this one.
You could do both signs, and if they only confiscate one, then, content idea right there. Be like, why are they homophobic at the arena? If they take both, fine. If they take neither, fine. But if they just take one.
Why do you hate my gayness?
Mm-hmm. What if they take the Takeshita one? They're
Oh, I'd be
promoting the
mad.
gay agenda.
You're like, listen, I'm clearly bisexual. Holds up both sides.
Either one of these, I'm fine with.
I kind of want to make a bunch of signs, but we'll see.
You're just like sorting through, like for each match, holding up.
I still haven't decided whether I'm flying or driving, so we'll see. Because I would just pre-cut up a bunch of signs and make them in the hotel room, you know?
Oh, yeah. You could take and make a sign in the shape of Takeshita and then write gay for Mariah May on it.
Confuse everyone.
Mm-hmm. You're like, what?
Nice. Oh my God, that's so funny.
It'll be a conversation piece.
Man, Tony's going so strong. I really thought that Mariah would have turned on her by now. So it's making me really happy how this they're just letting her roll out.
Oh yeah, I love
Nice.
how they're doing this like mother thing now.
I know. Child bosom kind of thing.
Yep.
I
And
love it.
Mariah's so funny.
Yeah. And like she gets like like the almost like the grumpy little kid face, like, yeah, try and say something. My mom's gonna kick your mom's butt. It's kind of like the look on her
Mm-hmm.
face, you know? She's so good. I
Yeah.
love Mariah May.
They are gold. They are comic gold together.
They are.
And I also absolutely love that finally Harley Cameron was getting to wrestle. So
Mm-hmm.
I think she's so funny
She's
and unhinged.
she's so damn funny. I love her. I'm excited tonight. Dynamite. We're gonna see. Well, not when everybody's seeing this, of course, but um, yeah, Dynamite is gonna have a.
The tag
Yeah, you
match.
already know. With Soraya and Harley Cameron.
Oh yeah. Very
Pretty
excited.
awesome. hmm I'm stoked. My friend Kay. Shout out to Kay, who's probably listening to this. Kay gets to go. It's in Bakersfield tonight, so she's
Okay.
very excited. She's a big supporter of women's wrestling. So as soon as she saw the card, she was like, "Yay!"
That is a good match, yeah. Um, so we didn't actually say who we have for this match. We just started talking about signs and all of that.
My
So
man, I can't root against my future husband.
he is a beautiful man.
I know, and he's talented, and he just seems like I don't care if he's a heel right now or not. He seems like the biggest sweetheart. And he posted like this geeky little anime thing in his stories yesterday, and I was like, it makes him so endearing to me. Like he's just so sweet.
He seems like the biggest sweetheart. There's a video of him. It's like trying um fast food places that are in both Japan and America and comparing them
Mm.
or like the equivalents. So
hmm
um yeah, there it was some video and it's cute. As cute as people eating fast food can be.
I need to look it up. I think you told me about it before, and I was like, I'm gonna look it up, and then I didn't. So I'm gonna look it up.
Oh. And I think it's for I can't remember the website like that it was for, but or what it was promoting. Like it was they like sell things or raffle things off with that. Yeah. So
Okay.
um but yeah, I'm also going to Keshta for that. Um I think it's gonna do you think Mox is gonna bleed in this match?
Yeah.
A pay-per-view in Vegas?
You know, it's funny. I think I want to place a bet for this, not this match, but on this card. I've never placed a Vegas bet before, but I kind of want to just to try it. Even though you're going to tell me I'm crazy for the match that I want to bet on. I'll get to that when we get there. Um, but with Mox and Takeshita, how funny would that be if there was like a stipulation where you could bet and be like, if Mox is Mox gonna bleed, like in Vegas? I want like they make some interesting like bet. So I wonder if that could be like a pool, where it's like, will
It
Mox
might
bleed? Yes.
it might be that they'd lose too much money. Honestly,
Yeah,
like who's gonna bet against Moxley bleeding?
that's true. That's true.
Next matchup we have Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black with the TNT Championship in a barbed wire steel cage match. Think anyone's bleeding in this one?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hmm.
I think this is gonna be a great match.
I think this card's gonna be a bloodbath now that I'm looking.
They're gonna have to change like the ring apron out a couple times here.
Just power wash it.
Power wash it.
Your dad comes out in the middle and he's just like, "Doo, doo, doo."
Dad. Oh my God. My dad is getting so into wrestling and stuff again. Like
Aw.
today he sent me a gif of MJF saying I'm better than you and and he wrote it, he underneath it, he wrote, "This is my attitude today at work," and I was
Oh,
cracking up and I was like, Dad, don't send me stuff like this. It makes me wish you were coming to Vegas with me. Cause I feel like me and my dad just like trolling people in a crowd would be pretty funny. Plus, nobody's gonna fuck with me if I'm with a 325 pound, 6'2" man.
true. True.
Also, my dad like mean mugs like nobody's business. He always, even when he's happy, he looks pissed off. So
Yeah. Yeah. And you'll have your own personal security.
exactly. Like I wouldn't have to be like, what should I wear? I can wear whatever I want. I don't care. My dad will beat somebody's ass.
Uh, that's love. Um, so who do we have? Copes or Malachi?
I'm so torn on this one.
Same.
I
This is the one I struggled with the most.
Yeah. And I'm torn. And Sabrina talked about this a little bit before we got on, but like, there's so much stuff in the dirt sheets right now about Malachi Black, and sometimes I'm wondering if AEW puts out some of this stuff, like you know what I mean, like a little bit of pin. Not even. I don't want to speculate that AEW is the only one that does this. I mean, when news like this comes out with the contracts ending and stuff, I'm always wondering like with these little rumblings, like if the promotions themselves are putting out these into the media and just being like, yeah, run with this and let speculation occur and let people do hashtags and let people tweet about it and everything, like let people hear about us. Because I'm like, this came out right before Double or Nothing when everybody's talking about it. I don't even remember what I put for this one on the graphics. I was so torn on it. I think I put Copeland retains.
That's what you put, yeah.
I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it.
I'm curious, like, especially now with the two companies, like, that can, like, pay money. I think, sometimes it's the wrestlers going to the dirt sheets and saying that because make it rain, make it rain. Um,
Yeah,
so, uh, I'm, I'm gonna go with Malachi.
I feel like you're gonna be right, and you're gonna know the fucking second that that bell rings. That either way, I'm gonna be thinking of you on this because if Malachi wins, totally gonna think of you, and then if Copeland wins, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, I was right.
Yeah.
Like it was. But yeah, if Malachi wins, I'm gonna sit there and be like, "Yup, Sabrina got it."
We'll see. I feel like if he doesn't win, then I'm gonna be more likely to be like, I guess
He's going
he's,
to WWE.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Like, if he, and I mean, honestly, if Tony Khan's trying to keep him, giving him a belt's
Yes,
a good idea.
exact. That's see. This is my exact logic for why I'm torn on this because I feel like if Malachi wins, that's he's doing like a Ricky Starks thing where he put a tag belt on Ricky Starks, and that didn't help because Ricky Starks seems completely unhappy with everything that's going on with his booking.
Well, because he's not being booked.
Right, right. I get it. It's just he's so WWE bound. I mean, Jade's already there. It's his best friend. People are already having their
Cody,
eyes on Ricky. Cody, yeah, Cody's there exactly.
yeah, like, and I think Ricky Starks will do very well in WWE.
He
I think he'd
would.
do really well anywhere, honestly. Like, that
Hmm.
man just has talent and charisma pumping out his ovaries. So
His what? Wait,
His
what?
ovaries.
His broveries?
His broveries. I like that, yeah. All right. So next we have Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay in the AEW Intercontinental Championship
Hey, did you
or
see that hat I
International. Sorry.
yeah. No, you're good. I've almost done that before too. Did you see that hat I sent you, the Portland Strong hat that Roderick Strong's promoting right now? I thought that
Mhm.
I had it in my cart yesterday. I was like, oh, I want it.
At first, I thought you were sending it to me because, like, I was like, is MJ secretly into like really into pickles? I was like, I didn't think she could really eat that many because of like how acidic they are. But yeah,
Pickles are my guilty pleasure. But yeah, they do fuck me up also.
and I was also like, what's with AEW wrestlers and pickles and promoting them?
Yeah, that's true. Did you see Swoggle has a hat too with them too? And there was another wrestler. I can't remember who it was. There's three, but I thought that was interesting.
Hmm.
Money's money. Let's get it, boys.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I like in that picture, Roderick Strong looks a little bit like a serial killer truck driver. It's the glasses and the mustache.
Well, now I really want the hat. You're selling me on it.
Right? We'll get you a little glue on mustache. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
can protect yourself at wrestling events. Put that on the little mustache and mean mug.
That reminds me like those video trends where it's like women going out late at night together with their best friends and so they dress up like men and oh my God.
Hmm.
Too
Oh yeah.
funny.
Oh yeah. And the big dog privilege.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you have for this match now that we've talked about his new merch?
Pickle affiliation? That
Yeah.
doesn't sound good. I think it's gonna be Osprey.
Same. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Osprey too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because we did a video like a month or two, no, probably 2 months ago now, where I listed Roderick Strong as like one of those underrated people, and I still feel like he is. I just don't feel like I feel like with Adam Cole getting injured, it really put a damper on like the whole kingdom,
Hmm.
undisputed kingdom. It just feels like it fell really flat.
Yeah.
And I think unfortunately, like Roderick Strong's, and also like I would also argue like the ROH tag titles. It's just not been impressive, you know?
Yeah, I agree. The only thing that's like there have been two big things like since Roderick has won that. Well, him winning the title, but like since it was divulged like that they were a group. Um Roderick Strong has like carried it as much as he possibly can with his
Mhm.
like shenanigans,
Yeah.
um, which are fantastic. Um, and then also Matt Taven had that match. I think it was against Orange Cassidy, right? That was fantastic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And like those are the two things that really stand out to me since that.
Yeah, that's solid. Also, was that Collision when there was a older woman and Matt Taven was getting an argument with her? Did you see that clip? It was pretty fucking funny.
I don't think so. I'll have to look it up.
I'll send it to you. It cracked me the fuck up.
I love Matt Taven. He is funny as hell.
He's a cutie too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. The kingdom's great. Like they're underrated as hell in my opinion.
Yeah, and I I think one of the other things is they also haven't been getting the TV time that they deserve,
I
which
know.
can be said about so many people in AEW. But
Yeah, I feel that way with like the trios division and the tag division, which I don't know. I get it. It makes sense why I don't know.
it's
It
crazy
makes
'cause
me
like that's what they were known for so long. Like they had such a strong tag and trios.
it's weird. So weird. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm also going Osprey for all of the reasons.
I'm just grateful that every match on this card got a build. Like for this
As
year,
of right now.
yeah. for this year, I feel like this is the best build that the AEW's had for a pay-per-view, like hands down.
Yeah, it's not just a bunch of shit thrown together. I mean, they were great matches, but there wasn't any story with it. So, like, Tony Khan at least has heard some feedback.
He's listening to our podcast again.
Yeah. I mean, i- if he's doing that, I would like to just put in the plug of more women's matches, please.
Please and thank you.
Yeah,
Has anything been announced for Zero Hour or maybe I mean I feel like this could even be the full card. And I think that we just haven't had Zero Hour announced yet.
maybe. But I also feel like this is, and it's not a light card by any means, but I feel like this is a light AEW card. Even though, again, maybe they're factoring in more time to remove all the blood. But
God damn it, that's good.
quite frankly, like that could be what's going on. Uh,
Yeah. I feel
then, oh, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say I'm excited to see what they announce for Zero Hour too.
90 minutes.
Yeah, for real. Well, at least I know I can get to the arena early.
Yeah, yeah. So then we have Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb for the AEW Women's World Championship. Who could possibly be winning this one?
I think she is timeless and she is Tony Storm and she's gonna win and retain.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, she just had a new figure come out. Like
She
she is
did.
she is legit money.
I really want that little U-Tunes figure too. It's so cute.
Hers was by far the best.
Totally.
And I say this as someone who is perhaps Orange Cassidy's biggest fan. I was let down by that figure. I've talked to MJ about it. It made him look angry. I'm not happy, and his beard was weird in it. But
I was like, I'm sorry they did your man dirty.
mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
did. The silhouette looked so good. I had such high hopes. And then we saw it. I was like, what? Good thing I didn't pre-order or what I couldn't pre-order based off of this graphic. I would have been so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony Storm one is fantastic. And then there's
I want to see
Jericho.
MJF. Yeah, Jericho looks fucking weird too. Like
Yep.
he looks like he has like Jericho doesn't look no matter how much criticism we're gonna give Chris Jericho, he doesn't look terrible for his age. Let's be
No.
honest. No matter how much people shit on him,
Now
like
that
his
he's
figure.
stopped, like, I think for a while there, he wasn't looking so great. Like I think he might have been hitting the sauce a little too hard. Like he was
Mm,
real red in the face and whatnot. But
yeah, he looks healthy right now.
yeah.
But people always want to shit on his body and stuff too. It's like whatever, dude. He's fucking like in his 50s and he still looks way better than like most dudes in their 50s I know. So
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, all that to say, his figure fucking looks like it has plastic surgery or something. It looks like it's a little facelift. It's so like I was like, they did him dirty too.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris Jericho just
Crazy.
showed up, and for whatever reason, when he was getting scanned that day, he had taped his face back. He did the drag queen trick of taping everything back.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. I was gonna say this time last year, it's been about a year since Jamie Hayter was in action. So I just feel like it would be so sick if we could already set up for All In. Granted, it's early, but I mean, we're AEW is getting a lot of criticism for not having enough build. So if Tony's listening to that, he could have Hayter come out in this match or at the end of it and make a challenge.
Yeah. Someone else I would love to see back is Britt Baker,
Yes, absolutely.
because where the hell has she been? It's been over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Anarchy in the arena match. We have the Elite versus Team AEW, basically.
Which
Or
doesn't make any sense because Team AEW, like you've got essentially pillars and EVPs on the other side. Wouldn't that be more AEW technically?
yeah, and this was a match we talked about a little bit beforehand. Like, um, the other sides just seem so like randomly thrown together. And I realize like at least one of them wasn't supposed to be there because Eddie Kingston got hurt. But I
Hmm.
I don't the based on who they have as the good guys, I want the bad guys to win.
Yeah, I feel that. I originally predicted that the good guys, Team AEW, were gonna win, but I kind of feel like it's gonna be the elite. Like I feel like they need to kind of cement that together. I'm still gonna
Yeah.
stick with my original thing because I'm not gonna flip flop, but I think I regret my decision.
I'm gonna go with the elite. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean they would need the cementing more so than the random group of men.
You don't say.
Yeah. Also, as soon as like Darby was there and I was like, broken foot, eh? Quote unquote.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, that all did seem very convenient and
Team
very
AEW,
planned.
Team AEW does kind of feel like they're held up with like staples at this point.
Yeah, yeah, they're just it's gum, a shoelace, and a dream that's keeping those men's bodies together.
And a dream.
Um, yeah. Ugh. I imagine there's just gonna be so much blood with that. Um,
Wait,
then
you're not excited about that?
I can't wait to watch this match like this. Yes.
There's gonna be a lot of matches I feel like you're gonna be watching like that. This one's crazy.
At least three.
Insane.
Then we have Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship. This will be Sasha Mercedes' first match back, or well, not back in AEW.
Yeah. This is the one that I want to do a bet on, and I want to bet for Willow. Like
Um,
I'm like I think I want to get like the MGM sports betting app and actually like be like why not? Because I feel like the odds are going to be so in Mercedes' favor, and I don't know why I have a feeling that Willow's going to win, but maybe I'm just blinded by my love of Willow. Also a possibility.
I'm betting on Willow too. Not,
Oh shit.
yeah, not with money, but like, one, I can't bring myself to say that I think Mercedes Moné will win, against Willow. She is so hot right now. Like, she is
I
so
know.
beloved, and it would be such a shit thing. She hasn't had that championship very long. Like, and I feel like if any of the matches are gonna have interference, it's gonna be this one.
I totally agree.
Like, someone could come out, let's say a Saraya, and cost Mercedes the match.
That's my theory. I feel like we haven't seen Soraya wrestle much since her title reign, which was really short. And I feel like this could be a little retribution match that they build for All In. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. Is Forbidden Door is next, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So it could even be someone from Japan coming out and costing her that, setting up the Forbidden Door match. Like there's so
Yeah,
many options.
because they are rumored to partner with Stardom on this. I don't know if it's been officially announced, but I know they were talking about it.
Yeah. Wow.
I would love that.
Yeah. It's just not the right time for
Yeah,
Willow to be losing that belt.
I know. I know.
Are we
I
heavily biased? Yes.
absolutely.
As all wrestling
I just
fans
have a
are.
feeling. I don't know. I have a feeling in my bones that Willow's retaining.
I hope your bones are correct.
Okay.
And last but not least, we have Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for, I almost said the Double or Nothing Championship, for the AEW Championship.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me if we got a new title.
Right? That's their favorite. Actually, every match on this card has something to do with a title, except for Orange Cassidy versus Trent and, well, I guess the Elite as well versus the AEW guys.
Yeah. Well, I think Swerve's retaining, but I think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, I also think this one's gonna get a little bloody.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I think so too.
I feel like Swerve is just forever like trying to work in someone making him bleed or drink his blood, or he might be a vampire,
What
but
do you
like
think the odds?
he's a reverse
Sorry,
vampire.
a reverse vampire. Sorry. What do you think the odds are of Christian Cage winning this?
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah. I think his Snowball's chance in hell seems like it's close, but the Snowball has a better chance of making it.
Yeah. God, I wonder who they're gonna have. I don't know. I'm so curious what they're gonna do because if Osprey wins the title from Roderick Strong, because originally my prediction was we're gonna get to see Osprey versus Swerve for the belt at All In, but I mean I don't see. I mean, granted, Osprey kind of does have like a belt collector reputation, but I think it's too soon if he's going to be holding that international belt.
Yeah.
So who do we think Swerve could face if, in theory, if he retains until All In? Who's Swerve going to go against?
Oh, I mean, is there anyone returning from injury? MJF?
Yeah, I was going to even say Cole, Adam Cole.
Yep.
See, I actually kind of think that he's gonna do something. I don't know. I don't know. I have all these things in my head where I was like, I feel like Adam Cole is ready to like kick some ass again. So I feel like he could try to interfere in the Osprey match as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Swerve has made so many enemies along the way. Like, it
True.
could be anybody.
Very true.
Ooh, it could be Okada.
Oh, hell yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, he could slide right on in there.
So many possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Who just tried to beat up Swerve the other day? It was probably
Brian
Christian Cage.
Cage and
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He's kind of doing like the MJF thing where he's just accumulating enemies.
yep. Yeah. I do miss MJF.
I do too. So much.
I'm just
I
saying he
just
could
watched
also go against Orange Cassidy. Just plugging that in.
Hell yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah. Heel, heel. It's gonna be a long wrestling weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's gonna be like a long but good weekend in general, but
I'm excited.
mm-hmm. Yes. I look forward to hearing your tales of Double or Nothing in person on our next
Yes.
podcast.
Crazy that it's coming up that quick already. Yeah, this weekend.
Yep.
Yay.
All right. So any other thoughts that you'd like to toss in there?
Anything's possible. I
Right?
don't know.
Well,
What about you?
no.
I feel like we're both, I don't know, maybe I'm projecting, but I'm so like mellow and chill right now. And I'm just like, yeah, like a little borderline exhausted and chill right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Um, but yes, we shall do our sign off. And that is my cue to you to start it off since I'm no good at it.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because Sabrina got me a Willow Nightingale shirt for my birthday that I love, and I'm gonna be wearing it at Double or Nothing this weekend. And on the shirt, I love it because it says, well, in the name of our Lord and Savior,
Willow
Willow Nightingale.
Nightingale.
Yep. Um, Nothing matters.
Hmm,
Smile anyway.
there we go. Babe with power, power voodoo.
I knew, I was wondering if you were going to do it.
Yep. Uh, we'll catch you next week, folks.
Bye.